Coming at you too fast, too furiously. I'm Scott, here are the bricks, now let's go through review, and today we're looking at LEGO Speed Champion 76917 Nissan Skyline GT-R 34. Let's get into it. And here it is, Brian O'Connor's 1999 GT-R 34 from the hit film Too Fast, Too Furious. 319 pieces for a sale price of $25. It's always fantastic. LEGO Speed Champions are still the king of the bang for your bucks. You get a wonderful little build, you get a nice little minifigure, all for below $30, and it fits the price per piece range if you want to talk about it, and it's just nice and scale, something you can pick up on the down low if you want to get something just for the weekend to build something. Speed Champions is where it's at, always will be. I will always contest to that until they get to $30 a piece, and then I'm burning it all down. Now let's go check out this minifigure. Sticking to traditions as LEGO Speed Champions, you get your one minifigure, and here we have Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker.
Pockets ain't empty, cuz.
And here is nothing really spectacular, but I actually kind of enjoy the simplicity of the figure. He has his wonderful molded hairpiece right here, blonde, and a printed face with the 5 o'clock stubble, which I really like that a lot. Nothing on the back head here, no dual print, which is kind of strange to me, but you know, that's okay, that's okay. Put the hairpiece back on as I struggle. And then here on the torso, you have a wonderfully printed white shirt. No other details really needed, because that's all he kind of wears throughout the rest of the movie. And the one thing that makes me feel uncomfortable are the arms. They're kind of like dual molded here with the two colors for the short sleeve, which I really don't like. That kind of bothers me, but it fits to the character correctly. It does come with this one tool, as always, and just basic gray pants. So got that sweatpants, and that's pretty much it. Well, I'm going to call it sweatpants, probably not though. And bam, here we are, the main build of the set. It is the 1999 Nissan GT-R 34. And yes, I don't like it. I actually think this is probably one of the most subpar LEGO Speed Champion sets I have seen in a minute. It does not capture the GT-R 34 that well. It has a lot of flaws, but it also has some nice little pros to it, and we'll get into that. Matter of fact, I think my neighbor who has a Malibu, same exact paint job on his car, and he has a blue spoiler, looks more than a GT-R 34 than this set itself. But we're not going to write it off. Like I said, it has some pros to it with the flaws, but let's hit those flaws up first. So I know when this thing first came out, and it got a lot of hate for the exposed studs on the front end, which I kind of get now since I have it in my hands. There's a lot of exposed studs here, especially on this rear wing here. You have it on the front here. You have it on the bottom with the nice RGB lights, which I really do appreciate that. And here on the front fenders you do as well, which is kind of annoying. But that being said, you think it's going to grind a little bit as it goes on the ground, because it does have a little bit of a lower suspension on it, which is kind of gives it a nice look, and that's a pro of the set, but those exposed studs just kind of kill that vibe, and you think it's just going to grind as you drive. Not really a big fan of that. That being said, in the front end piece here, it looks pretty decent. You can see my shitty handiwork over here with the stickers, which, speaking of sticker-wise, there are a bunch of stickers. Not the problem with the set, though. I really enjoyed the sticker work. But yes, you have some wonkiness here in the front part, which is not really stable. Not a fan of that. This hood piece just comes off, and it doesn't really, I don't know, I don't think it looks good. There's supposed to be there's a gap right here, but I don't think that should be there. I think it should be kind of moved up further. I don't think they did a good job. Maybe I just didn't get a job on the set, but from other photos I've looked on, that's kind of the way it looks on that. I do really like this printed piece here with the GT-R. I do think that's going to go for a pretty penny. A lot of collectors are going to want to get that so they can make their own GT-Rs later on the line. And on the back end here is probably one of my favorite parts, because I think the tail end looks amazing. They did a really good job. You have two more stickers here. You have your nice little exhaust port, and then you have your spoiler, which does have some playability because it can move up and down. I like it looking like that, but it's to be accurate, you want it to be that part. It does easily come off though, so it's not really welded. So it's not really placed in there that well. It's not really built in the system as good as you think it is. Build-wise, it's a LEGO Speed Champion set, so you do have a nice, interesting build with some good building mechanics and building techniques in there, which I really always enjoy. So you're going to have a blast doing that. You will have to spend most of your time building the tail end of the car than you will the front end of the car. Okay, so now the other part we want to talk about is the cockpit. And when we bust into the cockpit here, you just take off the windshield as always, and it's actually very wonderfully detailed. You have 3 cans of NOS in there, which is wonderful. You have pressure gauges right there, and then you have your other speedometers and other tack boards as well, plus your wheel and your shifter, which is fantastic. You do have a second printed piece for the seat right there, which you can sit your figure in. Where is Brian? He is somewhere. He is somewhere. Oh, here he is. And he just fits in there just like that, which is fine as always, and you close it up, and there you go. Not really a good job, I couldn't get him in the seat.
Ejecto seat, cuz!
But yes, that's how it goes in there. Always wonderful as ever. But yes, the cockpit is probably one of the most detailed sections of the car and probably my favorite area to build. Plus, I like that little safety bar you have in the back. And probably one of the coolest parts, and I really enjoy that, I think they do come exclusive to the set, are the rims themselves. I love the silver they have on it. I love the details. I love everything about it. I think they look fantastic. And like I said, the way they have the suspension lined up, you are kind of tilted down, and I really think that's fantastic, and it looks nice. But I just don't think it captures a GT-R 34 that well. I think they could have done a little bit better. I do want to see some more Skylines down the line for Speed Champions. Maybe you can take this one and just learn from it. I know they mod the hell out of this car on most channels just to make it look a little bit better and a little bit cleaner, but it's an okay attempt, but I just don't think it's the best attempt possible. You really just got that wobbliness here. You have all these exposed studs, and it comes off too boxy. It doesn't come off the nice shape of an actual Skyline itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it I have for the main build itself. Let's wrap this bad boy up. And well, that was the LEGO Speed Champion 76917 Nissan Skyline GT-R 34, also known as Brian Skyline. This set is, it's okay. Like I said, it's not the best GT-R 34 you can get. I do think LEGO kind of dropped the ball there. It's very subpar. It's not horrible. I won't hate it. You can get it for $20. Get it for $20. $25 is still a decent price for it, but it's on sale now, so try and get it there. If you're a fan of Too Fast, Too Furious, or the Fast and Furious franchise, then it's a wonderful build for you guys, especially for collectors. For Speed Champions, it's just a nice collectors for actually having a Skyline in your collection. But if you can mod this and make it a little bit better, I try to do so. There's endless amount of videos on YouTube that already kind of do that. So get in there and try to do some research and make it better. But do I recommend getting it? Yeah, sure, go ahead before it gets out there. I mean, it's not a loss, really. You're not going to be that disappointed. I mean, I don't hate my life for getting it. I didn't make any financial decisions that will ruin me for this set, but now I have it, and it's in the collection, and I'm happy to at least have it. But that's all I got. Subpar set. Thanks you guys for watching. As always, please subscribe, and if there's anything else you would like to watch, let me know in the comments. And if you like this car, or if you think it's bad as well, comment as well. And until next time, thanks.